All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Dominating Your Investments. I'm Dom Rinaldi, and today we're going to dive in deeper to Palantir. I know, right? Another Palantir video. But for all my fans who like to hear about Palantir, I saw some comments on some of the other videos about when I referenced a movie trailer type commercial that Palantir did on their energy platform for Foundry. And so I wanted to show that to you guys if you haven't seen it, because it looks like it's not even really public. Like, you had to really find it through FinTwit and have that link sent to you, because I could not find it anywhere. So I want to show that video and how it really excited me about showing customers the alpha that Foundry delivers, the decision making, the life and death situations that making the right decision can impact for a company, for people personally, and just how impactful Foundry is from a commercial side, not just Gotham for the government and protecting our country with our troops, which is also just as important. So we're going to show you that today. And then I want to go over the S1, not the whole 189 pages, but part of the S1, really diving into the fundamentals of the business model and the contribution margin, and what is contribution margin, and what they really use that as a metric to show the efficiency of their business. We're going to talk about that. So I'm going to read some pieces of the S1 and then give you my feedback on it, because sometimes you have to go back to the basics and make sure too that you're covering what the business was saying to the street when they were going public and the value that they bring their customer base. And so I don't know if you read the S1s when you're looking at stocks or 10Qs or any of those financial documents, but I encourage you to do that when you do your deep dives. Watch CEO interviews, look at articles that are published on the stock, and also from their YouTube channel, videos that they're putting out there. Like, get a sense of, is this a company you want to invest in, that you believe in, that you would even maybe work for one day? So without further ado, I'm going to jump into this video here. It's two parts. I apologize for how blurry it is. I'm playing it from the link that I got in Twitter because I could not find it anywhere else. So let's tune in.
You know why you're here, Mr. Brooks, so why don't we jump right into it?
Amber weather warning has been issued. Analysts are predicting it could get worse as the night goes on.
Control, weather's taking a turn. It's not looking good out here.
On the night of the storm, our systems were hit harder than we could have ever imagined. Immediately after the strike, we experienced failures at a major power station. At the same time, strong winds took down pylons in the area.
We've just lost the power station. We either take action now, meaning 2 million people will lose power, or we do nothing. But if we do that, I'm worried we risk the entire network going down. That's 20 million people.
What's the likelihood of that risk?
I don't have those numbers. I don't know.
You need to get me more information.
I can't. There's no time.
Don't we have some sort of backup power?
We were way beyond that.
We can't risk it. Take the first option.
But that's still 2 million people.
A decision had to be made.
Do it.
What we saw was a domino effect. A perfect storm that our systems have never been tested against. With the information we had at the time, anyone in my position would have made the same call.
Well, what about the hospital?
We couldn't have predicted that. The backup generators failed.
Okay, so what you've seen so far in this advertisement is making a decision on whether to turn off the power grid for 20 million people or to ride it out and see what happens with the outages. Not having that data, not having the right amount of data to make that decision and make it accurately. What would be the cause and effect for this power company in making the decision that they did for turning off the power for 20 million people? Very similar to things we've seen across the world with different outages from a power perspective, from natural disasters. Palantir delivers in time of crisis, and we're going to see that here in this advertisement. We're going to see here two different alternate realities. One, if we made the decision with Palantir Foundry giving us the information we needed, or what we're seeing here in this deposition of making the wrong decision and what that impacts.
So why don't we jump right into it?
The night of the storm, our systems proved they could stand up to the test. Foundry had identified transmission pylons that were high risk long before that night. So we carried out weatherproofing against heavy winds.
It looks like there's a storm coming. We need to prepare for the worst.
Immediately after the strike, we experienced failures at a major power station. But Foundry run simulations for that scenario, so we knew the best course of action.
If we do nothing, I'm worried the entire network will go down. That's 20 million people.
What's the likelihood of that risk?
It's projected at 0.5% risk.
Okay, take action. Monitor the situation. Let me know if anything changes.
Are you sure?
Do it.
We can see the complete picture of our network and tailor our response in real time, which means we're always a step ahead. These threats are real. Climate change is putting more and more pressure on our network. This means the risk of this type of event is only increasing. So, ask yourselves, how resilient do you really feel?
Wow, that was crazy. It was like watching a movie. This is just one example of the marketing team stepping up their game. We've seen it with several of their ads, with their videos on YouTube, LinkedIn. They're really driving home the message from time to value, the impact that their product and software delivers for customers. It's just exciting because you can see them really pivoting into the commercial and enterprise space and delivering a message that customers, executives will understand and will want to learn more to see that Palantir Foundry can be the operating system for their enterprise. So I'm going to leave us here on this one just because it's about 10 minutes long for the total video once we edit this out. And I'm going to do another video tonight about the contribution margin and what we're seeing with their growth within their current customer base with Foundry, and just get a little back to the basics of what they said they were going to do and what they're delivering on those commitments from their S1. I think you'll find it very interesting, especially if you're a new investor and still all of this is very new to you about how you evaluate profitability and margins with a company. And as you guys know, Palantir is my number one holding. I love this company. I know they say don't marry your stock, but I truly believe this company will yield multi-bag returns in the future. This is not financial advice. It's not recommendations, just my personal opinion, and want to share it with the world on a company that I think could change the world.